After visiting the most popular place in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, we're now setting off and heading towards somewhere a little bit quieter. Can't wait to go to this next place. It looks like a real hidden gem. Well, good morning. We're still at the campsite in Amsterdam.
We are, yes. I'm just finishing up in the van, sorting everything out. But the good thing with this pitch was it was fully serviced, so water's topped up, waste is emptied. And just get ready now to get back on the road.
Yeah, we're heading, it's about 50 minutes up the road, but we've got a food shop to do first.
Yeah, so we've found a Lidl and we're going to shop there.
We've been out here for a week now, a week today. We came here because it's Friday and we just need to top up.
Yes, yeah, so that shopping lasted us a week really, and we've only eaten out once for main dinner. Yeah. All good. Right, let's collapse this van down and get on the road.
Collapse it?
Let's go forward, get off the chock.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm not on a chock, but it chocks the wheels from rolling when I have the handbrake off.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase, I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy. Making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive.
We were only just in the clean air zone, so but rules are rules, I suppose. So you just got to be aware of that, like I said on the last video. So I think
it looks like we're in here. How do we get in then?
I'm not sure. How do we get in?
Yeah, we just had to press the buzzer. Right. So we're just going to park up and then work out how we pay and what the rules are. Plenty of spaces on here, look, darling.
Yes, lovely. And electric.
Looks like we've got some rain this morning. So we're parked on a marina in Hoorn. It looks a lovely place. We went for a little walk last night around the area. We will show you the campsite properly and this area later on in this video. We had a really peaceful sleep last night. It's been raining all morning, so we haven't really been able to go out. It's just stopped now, so we're hoping we can take you into Hoorn with us. The marina's in that direction. Yeah, we're just going to head over this way because the exit for the marina is just down here. It's quite a big marina, really. We're heading off over that direction, aren't we?
We are, yeah. So we'll probably go round the marina.
And the store gets shut. It's a pedestrian exit, but it gets shut.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. It could get shut. It might not get shut.
But it's got a code on it.
Yeah.
But if you've got one of these apartments, you've got quite a nice view of the marina as well. It'd be nice to have one of them if you actually owned a boat, wouldn't it? Unless you lived in the boat, of course.
As you can see, the marina is absolutely massive, but we're walking around the side because I think there's a middle part we can go into and have a look down there. The motorhomes are all parked right at the back over there, so it's quite quiet and out the way. I'm just wondering if this is what you would class as like traditional Dutch housing. They've all seemed to have the pulley levers, well, not all of them, but quite a few. Right, well, I'll put the name of this place down on the screen now because it's the Hoofdintoren. I believe that might be how you say it, but it's dated back to the 16th century and was one of the original city's defence walls. Back when Hoorn was a major Dutch East India trading port, the tower guarded the harbour entrance and kept watch over ships coming in and out. I think that goes off to another harbour area and it feeds the canals and stuff as well.
This statue is a tribute to the famous Dutch sea captain William van Tycho, I believe is how it's pronounced, who sailed from Hoorn to the East Indies in the early 1600s during the Dutch Golden Age. The story became really well known in the Netherlands, especially through a popular book about the young crew, the Ship Boys, who survived a dramatic voyage after their ship exploded. On the front of this tower It's got a restaurant. Let's have a quick look at that looks like.
Tail's up quite high, actually, doesn't it?
Oh, it's got 1532 to 1651. And you've got a few bars along here, cafes. I don't know about you, Lee, but do you think it's got a really good feel about this place?
It has, actually.
Yeah.
And it's quite peaceful, relaxing. We're on a Saturday as well. It ain't that busy. But I just love all the quirky buildings.
Got the coat of arms. Up there? Got a coat of arms.
Yeah, it looks like coat of arms.
Yeah. All these ships.
So now we come here, and obviously we came here from Amsterdam. That's where we found out about the buildings all leaning forward. And what I've noticed here is no different. Most of the buildings are all leaning forward as well. So it must have been quite a common thing over Holland, I would have thought.
And then this goes off onto the canal, look.
Yeah, so then that must feed the canals and stuff like that. You've got another one going up that way. We've just come out of there. This is another one of them old Dutch bridges with the cantilever up there and to tilt it, let boats through. I would have thought that might be still used, you know, because they need to get the boats through, I would have thought.
And the one down there is the same, look.
Yeah, that seems to be another common thing we're starting to see now. And what did we think yesterday, or what did you think? I never really thought about it at the time, but we went for a walk out where the motorhome is, and we actually looked on the map. We thought we was actually near the coastline of the sea.
Well, I thought that must be the sea, because like there was a beach there, and
Yeah.
you know, it looked like it's like quite choppy, like the sea would be.
Yeah.
And then actually, we aren't. It looks like a huge, like not reservoir, but like an estuary that's coming from the sea.
Yeah.
Like a big, huge sort of circle shape. Because we could see land, couldn't we?
We could, yeah.
From the other
Yeah.
side, and we got a bit confused with that.
So the water is from the coast and the sea,
Yeah.
but it's just fed into there. Do you know what? There's a big crowd up there. Now, that could be a sightseeing tour or something like that. I think we head up that way and see what they're looking at.
Before we head up there, look at that outdoor eating area. It's actually on a boat.
Nice, isn't it? I'm looking at that roof. It's got like a balcony built into the actual roof like that. That's quite nice.
Yeah, some of their buildings are really unique, aren't they?
I don't know if it'll mess with me OCD, though, that they're all on a wonk and a tilt.
Like the one next to you.
Then again, there's a lot of British houses that are on a wonk and a tilt.
Not like that one there. Look at that one.
Wow, look at that. That's what I mean.
The stairs must be really narrow or something like that. That's why they can't take things up the stairs.
Yeah, they've got to be, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a tour ahead of us, like a walking tour.
Well, it just means there must be something important to see over here. I think this is what everyone was looking at. And it's basically a famous restaurant. It's inside a historic Dutch building. It's a Michelin recognised restaurant. The building itself is centuries old, which is why it looks so traditional. The London sign above is a nod to the old Dutch house names, building used to be identified by names instead of numbers.
Yep, and then you've got your doors there where they would have taken stuff in to get upstairs. And it says 1618 at the top there.
Wow.
And you can see a picture of them with the barrels.
And that's something else, while we're on that and thinking about the names. So they obviously named it that as a way of identifying that property. So this one here, as you can see right at the top, is the sun. Now, we did learn in Amsterdam doing the boat cruise that they used to identify buildings in that way as well, by pictures when people couldn't read or read as well. So I live at the place with the sun. So it's another way of identifying the building.
It looks like it's a little bit older, younger, that one, should I say, 1874. Yeah, I just love these little canals. They just make things feel so much calmer.
I am surprised how many there are in the Netherlands. I mean, the Netherlands is pretty much, feels like it's on water.
But isn't that a nice feel to it?
Oh, it is a nice feel. I love it here.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a tight road, isn't it?
Is this actually a road then, or is it just for bikes and...
I think it's probably used for bikes now, because looking at the end, there's a bollard to stop cars coming through, but I reckon it was a road, maybe horse and cart back in the day. But we're heading to the church behind that. So, yeah, we just thought we'd take this way through.
Well, it's really opened up out here, hasn't it?
It has. Look at the old buildings here. So we must be coming to the centre area now. I still can't get over how much the buildings are on a wonk.
You just have to deal with it, though. More lovely bars and restaurants. Look at the building there.
Oh,
Wow.
So this building here, not just here, it is all that across there as well. That's West Fry's Museum. But it is one of the most important historic buildings in the town, and it dates back to the 17th century, right in the middle of the Dutch Golden Age. The building itself is packed with detail, like the coat of arms, statues, and those blue and yellow shutters all tie into Hoorn's wealthy trade past.
This statue is of Jan Pieterszoon Hoorn. He was a 17th century Dutch figure born in Hoorn and served as a Governor-General of the Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia.
That church we said we're heading to is over that way, but it looks like there's a bigger one this way. So we're going to go round to the bigger one first, I think.
And then head round to
And
that
we'll do a
one,
loop.
yeah. What a lovely place.
It is a beautiful place.
It has a little feel of Delft to it, but we went when it was really quiet in the morning. But I guess this is kind of the feel Delft would have when it got a little bit busier later on.
Yeah.
So it's got that kind of feel to it, but it's got a real social, calm, nice feeling, hasn't it? I quite like it.
It has, yeah. Once you come out of that area, then this brings you up to the main town area. It looks a bit more modern shops and stuff up here. And right near, well, this, I'm assuming, is a church, but it is absolutely massive.
This church is a late 19th century church built in the 1880s and stands out because of the distinctive red brick with decorative stonework and twin tower features, a bit different from the more traditional Dutch churches you'll see around. It's actually a Roman Catholic church, and inside it's known for being quite impressive with stained glass and high vaulted interior.
I think we should take a look. Let's go and have a look. Might be able to get inside. Doors are open, so that's always a good sign. Well, that was a lovely surprise, walking in there. However, you couldn't get right down to the altar. We have noticed there's a few churches dotted around down here, but the town is quite buzzing, actually. Plenty of shops, so if you need a bit of shopping again, you're never going to find it hard to get that in the Netherlands. They seem to have everything covered.
When I was not looking for a cheese shop, I kept seeing cheese shops. Now I've decided I want some cheese. I can't find a cheese shop.
This place just keeps on giving. I love the way the old Marina area and, you know, the old and new with it vibe within the within the town.
But the town again is still old and new itself.
Yes,
They've got
it's
the
all
old,
the old
buildings with
buildings,
the modern shops and
Modern
things.
shops, yeah.
Right. A lot of places do that in the UK as well.
Yeah,
Like Winchester, when we was at Winchester. But this just has a really lovely vibe to it. Oh, I can smell peaches. There's some
Peaches.
Yeah, that's what I
Found
can
ourselves a market. We've got everything here.
Hats.
Fruit stalls, hats, flowers.
I found a cheese shop.
Have you? Oh, but we were saying that Hoorn didn't look as big as what we're finding out. It's massive. And not only that, I found a bit of ice cream. Mr. Whippy on top of scoops. Can't go wrong.
So I can have cheese and you can have ice cream.
Yeah, go with that. Are you having that slab? That's massive. It seems to be popular, this yellow one.
Let's go and see what I can get.
Wow, look at all that cheese there. They even get little party packages. Wow. Wow, look at all that selection.
Right, what have you got there then?
I've got cheese.
Cheese. Clearly.
it's
The
basically-
gentleman in there was very kind and he gave us a lesson on the different cheese.
Yeah. So we've got, it's local cheese from the local area. We've got one that's like a newer cheese for Jodie's taste, and we've got one that's about 12 months old. They can class that as an old cheese.
Well, mine's a mature one and yours
Yes.
is the class as the old
Old
cheese.
cheese, that's beautiful.
So mine's kind of a medium. And you can go younger and have it creamier than what I've got as well.
Yeah, they weren't too bad in price actually. It was only €13.30 for both of them, but
Lovely.
they come in massive.
You can have what
round.
size you want, can't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But let us taste them and they're lovely.
Yes, beautiful.
Well, that's me happy because I've
Yay.
actually found probably the best cheese shop I could have found, to be honest.
It was all
so
meant to
far.
be. Meant to
Yeah,
be.
and the gentleman was really nice. And let us try some So I went for Edam originally, but Edam's not from this area. It's a Gouda cheese that's from this area.
Yeah.
So the local
He had
cheese.
Edam, but it was like very old.
And we
it would have
weren't
been
sure.
very strong.
We weren't sure, were we?
No. Anyway, you're going to try the salted herring next.
Oh, no, that's for you.
That's for me, is it?
Keep going, doesn't it, Lee?
It does. We've got loads to see down here.
We still haven't got to that other church yet.
It's really good because I'm getting a different vibe from places we've been before, but the vibe here is absolutely amazing.
There's a Robin Hood shop there. It's got all little trinkets and stuff in. If you can see very well.
I wonder if it's antiques.
Probably is, because they've got all like the old porcelain doors and everything. Well, this is going back in the direction towards the church that we wanted
It is,
to go in.
yeah, and I think we've hit the right day. It's got to be market day. I can't see it being every day. I wish I brought my bag out now because I'm walking around holding the smelly cheese.
Well, I've got a bag as well I could have brought.
Everyone's avoiding me though, probably.
Because you can't smell, you think it stinks, but it doesn't.
And that's good then. It's
It must
wrapped
be
up
them,
well.
yeah, it's the way they wrap it up. And I think it's still going around this corner as well, but we want to be back round that way because the church, so it's kind of leading us back round there anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's there, look in front of us.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So we followed the market round and ended up at the church we wanted to look at.
We went the correct route. Oh, they keep teasing me with these big whippies.
He's looking in the ice cream shop.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get one.
I don't want one though, thank you.
You don't want one?
And that's what we're having. One of them each, yes, I gave in. It's too nice to not
Lovely,
have one.
thank you very much.
Cheese in one hand and ice cream in the other.
With nuts. Now that's the best one I've had in a long time, actually. Right, I'm going to tuck into this. We get our ice creams and the rain comes down, so we've taken refuge underneath the church. We'll show you that in a minute once we've eaten these.
It's a bit big. I thought we'll go for small next time, I think. I thought the small was going to be extra small, but the big is actually extra large.
We've realised as I look through the door there, it's like Heaven's Hotel and the Saints, but that's like food and drink, I think. So I don't know if this church, well, the whole church now really is a hotel and restaurant. So the bells still work on it. And it's pretty big size. Oh, are you thinking of buying a property here, love?
I'm laughing because I've got my head up. They just put me on camera with my head up. 1 minute I'm eating ice cream, next minute I've got this up.
Yeah.
No, but even though we love it here, no, but we'll just look at the prices. So looking around standard property, €350,000, I would say. Oh, that's another thing in Amsterdam. When the lady was taking us on in the boat, she did say a lot of people in Amsterdam, I don't know if it's the same here, they stay on one floor because they can't afford to have the whole property. So they stay. So the property gets broken down into like apartments. Probably like London, really, isn't it?
I would have thought so. Now you know what I mean when I say the building leans forward, because that leans forward quite a lot.
Does that one?
I'll tell you where we're going. We're ending up back in the square now. The weather turned a little bit on us, and we are heading back to the van now to just get out of the rain, even though it's starting to slow down again. But then we're going to come back out and explore some more.
Yeah, we believe there's some other bits that there's some bits I would like to see, but we just need to see how far away they are from where we are and that.
Yeah, so which is the windmill, the beach,
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, but we will, and there's a nice steam train around here, but it's about 20 minutes on a bike, I believe. So we're not going to be able to do that today, but there's a really good steam train not far away if you fancied that.
Before we got back to the motorhome, we've spotted where the beach is. And that, I think, is over the other side of this pond. So you just have to walk all the way around. And you've got sand over there.
Very nice. What a lovely area this is. Obviously, this big Morello van here, Morello, couldn't fit in another space. So I've had to take these, but these are not generally motorhome spots, but there was a couple there last night and they didn't seem to mind. Maybe it's just when it gets busy. But we are going to show you around here. Right, so we've just been in the van for a couple of hours, just chilling out. Had some of that lovely cheese, absolutely gorgeous. And we're just going to head off, get some tokens for the washing machine, because I've got some washing to do, because it's been over a week now and I'd like to get some things done. So I'm going to get some tokens from the Harbour Master's office. I think it's around €6 to get your washing drying done. I don't know, I'll find out when we get there and I'll let you know. We're going to do that later on because the office shuts around 5ish, so I want to make sure I've got the tokens so I can do the washing later. And we're going to take you for a little wander around, show you a bit of this site and what's around it. We have moved position because we had someone come in next to us and they parked door on door, which is up to them. If they want to park like that, that's fine. There's no strict rules, I don't believe, on this site. However, you know, you do pay a lot for this. It's not like a free park up, and we just felt it was a little bit too much, so we just moved positions. It's just easier that way, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to just show you where we are now. So we just moved and we're face on to the harbour area, the marina. Now we're further up this end. We've moved from down there.
Right, as you can see, not meant to have chairs out, however, he has. But behind me is the site. So it's just these pitches along this back row here. And you come in down there. But I've never seen a place with so many, maybe because it's a marina, so many electric points.
Yeah.
Now, up on that roof there, they've got 160 or 196 solar panels have installed. They are fully electric here now. They have got rid of the gas. Trying to be greener, I think. But yeah, you've got electric points dotted around all over. But like I say, that's the official motorhome stop. You will come in that gate down there. Now it's the second sliding gate along. If you come to the third one, which is that one, you won't be getting in. You'd have to reverse back to that one. You just push the buzzer and they let you in. Of course, it is a car park. It is a car park for the marina. And the Harbour Master is the big building in front of us. So this is the exit gate just here. And you have, as you see, a grate there, drive over waste point. So plenty of room to get your van on here. And then over here, you've got your recycling area with your bins and everything. And your Elson is just on that wall next to that bike, no bike sign. And in this building, you'll find your laundrette, your male and female shower block, toilets, etc.
Just one thing to note as well, when you do get here, if you haven't already booked on, because I don't think you can book on before you get here, can you?
No.
So when you get here, you need to either scan the QR code at the entrance or go straight onto their website and book yourself in. You will get an email with a QR code, and that's what you need to be able to enter all these doors for your toilets and showers and for the washing machine as well. This is the Harbour Master's office.
I don't really want to carry that around. You're going to have to... Is it a pop?
Oh, right, OK, so you get one of them. That's cool, yeah.
We'll have to take that back to the van.
So there's the toilets, females, males. Sink area.
Laundrette. You literally just scan your code.
Let you in, does it not?
And it opens.
Please come in.
Oh, that's all right. So, washing machines are a token, and they cost €6. The dryer, which that must be the dryer, is €2 a go. How long it lasts, we don't know until we try it, but probably 40 minutes or something.
We're going to do that when we get back, aren't we? So,
we are. Get the washing done.
You've got quite a nice little seating area out here for the cafe.
Yeah.
And that's your, what do you call it, a cafe?
Cafe, yeah.
Just in there.
They've got little bits and stuff you need.
Oh, some shop bits as well.
Another cruise ship as well. Or, you know, like a cruise ship for the canals and stuff, rivers.
Well, that's quite nice, sat on that terrace bit at the front. This is the museum areas, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure if the entrance is down that way, to be honest, or is that... Oh, that's tourist information.
Yeah. Oh, they're the wooden tulips again. A bit cheaper here.
We've got some of that Delft pottery in there.
Yeah, you can get boat trips in here, and that we're walking down that way.
I think so. I thought it was going to be just one big building, but it looks like we come into this massive courtyard for the museum and the cinema. Oh, how posh is this?
Oh, this is
Look
lovely.
at that. Yeah. We're not doing the museum today, but we thought we'd take a look, and it's surprising what you find.
So do we just go and have a look, see if it's got any prices?
It's shut in. Now, there's nothing about prices. There's a cafeteria that side behind us, and there's this shop here, museum. There's a bit of an aerial view for you, what it looks like there. See, Harbour obviously that side, big ships coming here.
So much to see here. You could
There
spend
is.
a few days here. We've decided that next time we come back here, this is going to be one of our first stops, and we're going to go out, eat and drink and all sorts in Hoorn, because it looks such a lovely atmosphere and we feel very welcome there, don't we?
We do.
There is also a couple of windmills not far from here, but walking distance are quite far, and we don't fancy getting the bikes out because we're leaving tomorrow morning. So
Yes, leaving tomorrow morning. We're just taking in the atmosphere of this place, which is great.
but we will see if we can show you a windmill on our travels, because I'd really like to see one. There is some really nice boats around here, isn't there?
There is, but they're not cheap.
Yeah, you won't be able to trade Ruby in for that. That's for sure. It's an idea though, if you could.
Yeah. I mean, even something like this would be quite nice.
I mean, look how much difference it makes when you've got a bit of sun.
When the sun is shining. Although I'm getting warm in this coat now,
I bet you are.
but it's going to have to stay on because I don't fancy carrying it. Boat trip for you.
Obviously, or you would expect to be able to have boat trip options here. They do have different options as well. In the Harbour Master's office, there's some leaflets and they explain. And also you can get water taxis from one side to another. I don't know where it's taking me now. Where are we going?
This lovely park area. It's only about 500 metres away this way. Just notice over in the distance there as well, there's more motorhomes, so you could probably stop in this one as well. There's probably a couple of marinas. So you've got the city vibe, and then you've got this area here. Lovely places to walk. So this walk we found on the app, your app, wasn't it?
All Trails, yeah.
The All Trails app. So it takes you on a nice loop, for a 2-mile loop it is.
Yeah, so the reason I've done this as well, because it helps us find nice places to walk if there isn't a lot to see in an area. Helps us find some hidden gems. And also, it helps me from over channel. So if I need to go for a walk and talk. This is Juliana Park, actually. That's what it's called if you come here and you're looking for this walk.
You wouldn't believe it, but it brings you out to more water. Look at that. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Look how vast it is. It's massive. We are going to enjoy this walk, head back to the van, and we've got laundry and that to do, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. And try them showers out, because they look like good ones.
The showers are good ones, yeah. So, in fact, the best we've seen out here so far. What a lovely place, eh?
Yeah, definitely 100% recommend coming here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you've got so much to see here. I thought it was going to be quite small, but yeah, the town, the old bit area, the marina.
Like you said, just kept giving, didn't it?
It kept giving. And this lovely area to walk around that we just done. So it's a perfect stop.
Definitely. And if you like your dog walking, your fitness or your cycling, this park's great for that.
Yes, definitely. So we're going to close this one here, but where are we off to next?
Sneak?
It is Sneak, and I think that's how you say it. It's S-N-E-E-K.
Somebody recommended this. I'll just drop the name down here because I haven't got my paperwork with me to remember.
But thank you.
But
Great recommendation.
Thank you very much for the recommendation. We will put your name on here. Thank you very much.
We'd like to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting us on their journey. Thanks to everyone that's subscribed, and we will catch you on the next one. So until then, bye.
See ya.